Hello, and welcome to Blue Reflections 2 with xBlueRendezvous. On Mondays, we wake up with the hashtag Monday Motivation. So let's reflect for a moment on self-motivation and what makes you go. And by go, I mean what makes you want to do things. What makes you want to complete the goals that you've set out for yourself. Goals like losing weight, goals like getting a promotion, goals like finishing school. No matter what our goals are, they may all be different, but sometimes the way we get there looks the same. Sometimes we all use the same kind of motivators to get us to where we want to go. For me, motivation is something that comes and goes. A lot of the times I use myself as motivation. I try and think about what I want to be in the future. As you may all know, I do suffer from anxiety, and I think that while anxiety is not something that I enjoy having, there are some aspects of it that help keep me going. For example, the fact that I'm anxious about life and about not being in a particular place in the future helps push me to do things like reach my goals. Now, that may be very unique to me or to others who may deal with the same thing. However, I've noticed in my life that this is something that does work in my favor. Other times, anxiety does not help me. There are times that my anxiety makes me overthink and second guess my decisions, and it runs me down to the point where I don't want to continue with the goal that I had set out. And I have to often reset in order to continue that goal or change the goal so that it better works for what I need at the time. Of course, there are other motivations. There's family. There's the motivation to not be a statistic. That's something that actually has helped me a lot when I was younger. That I didn't want to be another person, another woman from the same area, of the same ethnicity, having had a mother that was a teen mom. I didn't want to be just like that. The probability of me being a teen mom was super high when I was younger. And I think that that was something that I was very conscious of, and it made it so that I was super aware of what I was doing so that I didn't become that statistic. And while it's something that I probably should not have been thinking of as a teen, it definitely was something that I had on my mind constantly. So motivation is weird. There's different ways to be motivated. There's lots of different things that people use as motivation. But that doesn't mean that everyone has motivation. Sometimes you have to dig deep. You have to search within yourself or outside of yourself for that motivation. And sometimes we find it in the oddest places. Sometimes we find it in the people that we didn't think we would find it in. But it's definitely something that needs to be looked for at times. And there have been times where I needed to look for it. A place that I have been able to find some motivation is on social media. And that's not usually the case. Oftentimes people think you have to find the motivation within yourself, but sometimes we can't. Sometimes we're not capable of finding motivation, and some people aren't capable of motivating themselves. So why not look in other places? There are so many motivational social media accounts that are just made in order to get you going. And I think it's great to wake up to see something positive that may help you get through that day and help you reach your daily goal. And yes, I say daily goal because why not have goals daily that you can complete in order to help boost your confidence, in order to help motivate you even more? Because once you hit one goal, your motivation to get to the next goal is even higher. So yes, long-term goals are super great to have, right? But let's talk about small goals. Small goals get you to the bigger goals. You may have heard it suggested that someone who's trying to lose 20 pounds instead go for the smaller goal of losing 2 pounds per week because it's a lot more attainable. The goal of 20 pounds may be way too daunting, but 2 pounds, that's achievable. That's something they can do. So why not take that same idea and apply it to other goals? Why not take the goal of wanting to boost your self-confidence, and instead of thinking about it in the grand scheme of things, just say, hey, I will tell myself something nice every day, and look in the mirror and say, you are amazing. Look for something that looks great that day, or tell yourself that you did a great job that day, because that is something you can do daily. Of course, goals in general are hard sometimes, and sometimes we're not going to make it. We're not going to achieve every single goal that we thought of. But doing something in order to elevate yourself, in order to progress in life, is something. So give yourself credit for anything that you accomplish, because you deserve it. I'm here to tell you that motivation is hard to find, but hey, hopefully this will motivate you to do something. This will motivate you to create a list of goals. This will motivate you to achieve the small goals that you have. And hopefully you get there. And if not, that's okay too. Thank you for listening to Blue Reflections. I'm Blue, and you can find me on Twitter, on Twitch, on Discord, and here on YouTube, where I'll be releasing a lot more content. So make sure you subscribe. I hope you enjoyed this video, and if you did, give it a like. Also, I want to hear from all of you, so throw some comments down below. What were you thinking? What were you feeling? And of course, I'll see you all again next time. Adios!